Okay. Alright. Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Chaos Before Cosmos. If you guys are new around here, my name's Carrie. OGs and homies, what up? Blue, how are you, beautiful? Heavy Scorpio energy today, by the way, lady. So, I don't know, this could resonate with you. Maybe not, I don't know. I don't know what we're getting into. Man, spirit being a little bit like, we don't want to tell you too much, Carrie. So, I don't know, Scorpio, maybe somebody's not telling you enough, right? They don't want to tell you too much. Somebody doesn't want to tell you too much. I'm good. I'm great. I'm really good. No complaints over here. DR, my handsome little Virgie. My beautiful babies. All right, let's get into today's message. We're going to be doing another live stream straight after this, guys, for mini personals, you know, chat, chill, the usual saga up in here. But let's get through this reading first. Again, you could potentially be Taurus, Libra, Gemini, Scorpio, Virgo could be significant as well. I think that was it. I think that was all that I think that was all that we came up with. All right, so let's get through the daily jazz and then we'll get into the rest of this message. It is the 29th of May. It is the 29th where I'm at. Yeah. Well, I know. Well, look who it is. She managed to peel herself away from, like, you know, her own little bubble today. Don't start with me, Rach. Don't start. All right, guys. 29th of May, 2026. That breaks down to 251. Breaks down to the number 8. So moon's in Scorpio today. So we've got heavy 8 energy coming up today. Anyway, it's Friday, which is Venus energy, Taurus, Libra. Sun's in Gemini, moon's in Scorpio. Gimme a man after midnight, right? ABBA. Man, I've never even listened to ABBA. It's never really been my thing, and that's what came through this morning as I continued getting ready for the live stream. Now, interestingly enough, that track was released in the year 1979, breaks down to a number 8. So again, 8 energy being very significant here. You know, Scorpio energy, right? I desire. Okay, so the song in itself is about a woman, like a woman who's been isolated or feels isolated, wanting love and partnership. So look, this could be the energy that you're sitting in collective. You know, maybe this is sort of, I want to say, like, is this as well, it's not that you might not be like desperate, right? But this just might be the energy you're in where, again, like, you've been quite isolated, you've been quite alone. You know, you could have also done a lot of work here to establish yourself as well, though, throughout, you know, your period of potentially single celibacy for a lot of you guys who, you know, have taken your spiritual journey quite serious, right? So for some of you guys, you've taken it to, you know, a pretty high level of seriousness when it comes to clearing out old karmic energy before, you know, allowing anything new to kind of enter. So, you could be feeling isolated. You could also be currently in a relationship and feeling isolated as well. Now, I was like, after midnight, right? After 12. So what comes after 12? Well, when we talk about astrology, it's back to the number 1, right? So I don't know, something about Aries energy could be significant here, or something about Aries season could be significant when it comes to this reading. But let's get some cards out. Let's see what we're talking about, what we're dealing with, what advice Spirit want to give you, or again, what potentially could be coming in for you guys if you are in this energy. If you also resonate strongly with the number 8 or 8 energy, again, this could be your message. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. There could also be, I'm just getting also with that number 8 energy, that Scorpio energy, there could be some jealousy around you, whoever you are. There could also be, you know, people desiring what it is that you've got coming in for you at the moment, collective, right? So again, 8 can be a good number, or it can be again, a not so great number, a karmic number, depending on, where you're kind of at in life. Now, for some reason as well, when I was doing the daily jazz in the notebook, I circled Saturday. Okay, so Saturday could be of high significance here, this coming Saturday, last Saturday. There's some sort of significance about it because I don't usually circle. It's the first time I've ever circled the wrong date in the notebook, so I paid attention to that. Also, Saturday, Saturn energy, which is linked to Capricorn. So for some of you guys, this could be linked into something that you do for work. Maybe somebody that you're connected to through work. Maybe you're meeting somebody through a work situation. Again, let's get into this now. That's right. Let's go back as well, because from memory, I just want to check. So, Scorpio season, we're talking about October, November, and from memory, was released. So, Gimmie, I believe was released in October. In October of 1979, right? So 12th of October 1979. So again, like we're seeing that number 12 show up as well. So Pisces energy could be significant. Number 3, right? Gemini energy is going to be significant in this read too. So yeah, October the 12th, 1979. So you could also be born on the 12th, which would also mean 3rd, 30th, and 21st as well, right? So you could be born on any of those dates, or that could be the dates that somebody else is born. So again, take what resonates out of this read, leave what doesn't. Wow, now that I'm saying some shit, right, I'm like, holy shit, spirit, who is this message actually for? All right, collective, let's get into it. If this is your message, if not, please feel free to hang out with us until we get into our next live stream. I've found a slight new music obsession, so it's all kinds of music in medieval style, right? So somebody kind of got me into like some medieval kind of vibes, and here's me like listening to medieval renditions of like, the Macarena, for instance, right? It's fucking gold. It is gold. It's gold. All right. Which way would you like me to go with this, spirit? Okay, we're going to start out with some channeled cards to begin with. All right. I was actually a little bit worried when I started like writing the energy of this down. I'm like, this shit could go good or it could go bad. Who knows? 4 with 13 on my screen. So 4s could be showing up a lot in your world at the moment, or you could be seeing, again, I want to say just straight 4s. Somebody could be seeing straight 4s. Things could be equating to straight 4s. All right, we've got slow and steady here. So again, stability type energy, right? Letter initial S could be significant for somebody. This could be yours or somebody else's, right? Let's have a look what we got going on here for collective. Whoever's message this is. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot, right? But I'm going to take the one that fell so easily in my hand. So 222. I don't know, something could be coming through quite easily, right? Or something's going to just like fall into your hands here, fall into your lap, right? All right, just one thing, collective. Don't be out there falling in love, right? Be out there rising in love. But if you're falling in love, you're doing the same shit you did in your past relationship, right? So just be mindful of that. All right. Ooh, we got stepchildren, right? So, I don't know. It could be a situation here again. Somebody could be, again, a connection could be coming towards you, collective, whoever you are. This could be, again, where you're at right now in the energy. So, again, too many. Spirit said stop there. Let's move it to over here. Hold up. Wait a minute. Should we get some charms? Right? So I don't know. Somebody could be quite charming. Somebody might find you quite charming, collective. Okay? If you've been feeling lonely, especially, again, for those of you guys who... We're now, we don't like to get it twisted up in here, right? We like to be realistic about where we're at. So if you haven't done the work, if you're not at that stage where you've gained your own stability and you've got all that sorted, then this probably isn't going to be your message. It might still be, but I'm getting the feeling that this is a message of somebody who's kind of, this is like the last thing that's sort of waiting to come together in life. 5-5 on my screen. So you could be seeing a lot of 5-5 energy. You could be seeing a lot of like 21-21. I'm going to say for somebody, like you could be seeing a lot of twin flame numbers. Okay, so that could be coming up. Let's grab a few charms. So please excuse me while I dig around in the charm box because it gets a little bit loud, right? Man, Scorpio, heavy Scorpio energy, right? So again, I'm just getting that energy of somebody really desires, or somebody is really desiring a connection here. We've got a jar here. We've got some orange love hearts, just reminding me of the fifth house, Leo energy, romance, right? Every time I see orange, I think of Leo energy. So again, you might have Leo placements here. Again, this could be signifying here that we've got some sort of romantic situation that's coming in for you guys. Palm tree. Got palm tree out here. Dolphin energy. Getting a lot of emotions coming through here, depth of emotions, right? So you could have a lot of, you could be a very deep feeler, right? Something about the blue moon, right? The 31st is also going to be significant about this month for somebody, right? So, or maybe, you know, you feel like, you know, it's so rare, or it's like almost impossible that you're going to find, or that the right person's actually going to come into your life. It looks like there's somebody here appears to be going on some sort of journey. I'm just getting here with the combi van, definitely like 70s like kind of vibes as well. So I don't know, again, we could be talking about you could be born like 70s type vibes. Before, what came before that or after that? Before the 12 is the 1. So yeah, 70s 80s kind of era. Fertile, right? Fertility, eggs, right? So very fertile time for somebody at this moment. We've got a unicorn out here. So yeah, I don't know. Somebody could be coming in, bit of a mythological creature here, right? Unicorns only exist in mythology, except they don't, right? They don't. Got letters or initials L, O, and C could be significant. Somebody could maybe want to lock you down, collective, right? Just Kanye's going off, right? Love lockdowns playing on in my head over here. So I don't know. Somebody could be, yeah, wanting to lock you down. Somebody here could be a bit of a pot smoker, right? Somebody maybe likes a little bit of the greenery. I'm also getting with that green energy again. Taurus energy, Taurus Libra vibes, right? So, and green, well, I mean, green is also linked into Mercury energy, which is also, again, Virgo, Gemini. So, again, like, you're seeing all that link up there. So, all right, let's get some cards. Looks like we're getting into a bit of a love read here for somebody, or again, this could be a turn of events or some sort of change when it comes to your current love situation. Again, Scorpio energy there, being tied to Pluto, right? Transformation, rebirth, death. Okay, so there could be, again, something to do with love here that's either rebirthing or something new that's coming in for somebody. Now, for those of you guys who know, I love my Archangel Power Tarot for our beautiful little love reads. No reversal dirty bullshit, right? We try to keep this deck nice and clean, right? So fresh and so clean. So I don't know, somebody could somebody could be really like good when it comes to, and you should, collective, right? Somebody could be really good though when it comes to their hygiene, right? Somebody could just have really clean energy, something of that nature. All right. I think I might be starting to get sick, by the way, guys, just slightly, just a little bit, you know, it's when time it happens. 133 on the screen over there. You can be seeing a lot of 3s as well. Okay, so somebody's definitely manifesting this or has been manifesting this. Spirit said, let's go for a roll of the dice. I don't know, it could be like, you know, you're taking one last gamble, collective. You're like, you know, either we'll give this one last shot, one last try, you know, see how this goes, or this could be, you know what, I'm gonna take one last risk when it comes to love and connections before potentially just becoming a crazy cat lady, or, you know, whatever you deem to be more appropriate than dealing with any more toxic karmic people. All right, on the dice here, we got, ooh, baby, we got North Node, we got Taurus, right? Somebody could be a Taurus North Node. We got 7th house coming out. So we definitely are talking about a partnership here, right? Committed partnership, marriage, that sort of juicy jazz, right? I was about to say jizzy jazz, right? God, that sounds a little bit inappropriate. Hey, you do you, boo, right? You do your jizzy jazz wherever the fuck you want to, collective. You know, just make sure it's you're ready for it. And you're not getting into shit before you're actually ready. All right, let's have a look on the split here, baby. Look at this, mate. Look at this. I don't know why I said mate, right? I don't know. So somebody could feel like a good friend, or there could be a good like friend kind of vibe going on there. G'day, mate. Who let her on the internet again today, right? I don't know. Anyway, the Empress. Hey. Saw that Taurus energy coming out there. So again, this could be we could be talking to a divine feminine out here. Doesn't necessarily have to be. You could be a masculine who's been sitting in his feminine energy, right? Oh, the Chariot, right? So let's have a look what's coming in after the Chariot. I mean, the Chariot is usually like we've got an Emperor in there, and he's steering that, right? Hands free, baby, right? No hands, no hands. He's steering that ship with his third eye. So this could be somebody that's being intuitively led or guided towards you, collective as well. This could also be as well somebody who is acknowledging you in your career, in your field. Yeah, with the Three of Ariel there. So again, this is somebody that for a lot of you guys, you know, you could be meeting through some sort of work endeavor, something to do with your career. Okay, so again, we're seeing threes showing up here as well. 3, again, is going to be significant if you're seeing threes. With that 7 showing up again as well, we are talking again, 7th house, partnership. So how can we identify whose message this is? I just seen the page of Gabriel there. I was going to say you could have some Sagittarius in your chart. You could have some Aries, Leo, Sag there in your chart too. So could be talking to somebody with strong fire placements here. Doesn't necessarily have to. You could just resonate heavy with that energy. All right. So somebody could be seeing or finding you to be very, very very passionate at what you do, very confident with what you do. Somebody seeing that you've got very, very playful energy. Again, I get the energy of somebody who's got some sort of admiration here. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like somebody's wanting to, I don't know, remove some sort of limitations here with the 8 of Michael. Okay. And potentially open up with the King of Raphael here, open their heart up to trusting, right? So, collective, you could be meeting somebody who potentially has strong water placements in their moon or Venus, right? So somebody could have strong water, Venus, moon placements here. Again, somebody is who's coming towards you. I'm going to say, let's just, for shits and giggles, could be a lot of shits and giggles between you and somebody else, collective. I'm going to read this from the feminine's perspective, if that's all right, you know, because either way, this energy looks quite good to begin with. There's nothing karmic here, no bullshit here. So if you are the masculine who's sitting in King of Cups energy, you know, looking good, bro, right? Looking good. Yeah, 6 of Gabriel, right? So 144 on my screen. If you know, baby, you know. We've got, oh man, look at that. Look at that. King to the Queen, to the Emperor, to the Empress, right? Babies, this is a match, okay? This is an energetic, spiritual match for somebody, okay? Again, this is for somebody who's been calling this in, who's been doing the work, who's at that stage where you're now ready to have this next element, right, of the journey brought in, right? So again, with that, I'm just seeing with that 5 of Ariel, you know, again, you could be feeling like, you know, you've had to battle a lot of these challenges alone, all right? Gimme, a man after midnight. Again, that song's about, and I know the general tone of that song is like quite desperate in a sense, right? But that's not the energy that I was kind of vibing with. Again, when Spirit talked to me through song, it's not always like so specific to the song. Again, it was the 8 that was picked up in that energy that again was significant, things like that. I didn't go through and look at, I mean, the other thing, again, like, but there's 4 people in that. So we are talking, again, that 4 energy, because Spirit's like, yeah, keep picking up. So we've got, you know, the 4 energy showing up. We've got balance, the duality between masculine and feminine showing up there in that energy too. But, you know, this card talks about not having to do things alone, all right? So, you know, if you've been feeling like, and again, this is a message for somebody who, despite the fact that you are alone, you're doing it well, right? Or if you've been feeling alone, you've been doing it well. You've been maintaining and focusing on yourself and doing all the wonderful things that you should, pouring into yourself. Okay, so again, this could either be a renewal of energy for somebody, or it's brand spanking new, right? We like brand spanking new energy. All right, let's see. What else do we need to see here about this situation? Okay, yeah, working alone may not be the best answer, Seven of Michael, right? So, again, you know, somebody's starting to recognize here that in order to reach that next level, you know, two heads are better than one, right? It's like somebody knows that they've reached the point, or the highest point of success, you know, that you can. I'm trying to catch what the song is, right? Because it's in medieval, right? What is it? Oh, I need a hero, right? I need a hero. So I don't know, somebody could be coming in here. We got, look at this, man. I'm talking match for match for match for match. This person, collective, is matching you on every level. We've got King to Queen of the King and Queen of Gabriel, Raphael, Emperor to the Empress here, right? So again, matching, okay? So yeah, it's like important relationships with people that you share a vision with. So you're going to be making plans here, or somebody is going to be moving forward, making plans with another individual quite soon, right? I just sort of picked up this this king over here. I wanted to see what was hiding under that King of Raphael. Well, it's that brand new love situation that you guys have been hoping for those of you guys that have been single, bilingual, ready to mingle for quite some time. 10-10. Again, you guys have created some massive, you completed massive cycles here, okay? And as you bring those 10s back down to the 1, it's Streamlabs, quit spamming, yeah. Hey, I've timed that out, Blue, so you guys don't have to, you know, do so much work. Anyway, a lot of peace here, right? Again, there's something, this card talks about an enriching future, okay? So, again, that 4 energy showing up there as well again. So, again, stability, right? But this is a situation or a connection that brings peace to your life. Some of you guys, you know, it will be a bit of a challenge here with that Page of Michael, but something that you're happy to take up, right? A lot of communication between you and this individual, okay? And I feel like somebody is starting to recognize that they've got what it takes to succeed when it comes to having a healthy relationship. Right? I need a hero, right? So, yeah, right. Release any attachments that you've got to any outcomes here as well, right? Make sure that you're taking the most uplifted approach. 111 sitting on my screen here. So again, somebody's going through some sort of awakening here. This could be you, Divine Feminine, or it could be the Divine Masculine, right? Going through an awakening. All right, what's the potential outcome of this situation when it comes to collective? Yeah, baby, slow and steady, right? This is the knight that makes it all the way to his destination, baby. So, you know, again, there's this is going to be somebody that you can trust, right? This is a devoted, committed connection here, right? The sun, right? This is, again, pure positive energy, babies, right? Again, this is exactly what you've been looking for, Two of Raphael, right? Positive connection where you can share, I don't want to say the burdens of life, right? Because your life doesn't always have to be so burdensome, but somebody that you can share, you know, those good times with, the goods, the bad, the everything in between. Thank you, beautiful. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. So with the Knight of Gabriel here, yeah, it looks like, again, you know, a lot of passion here, okay? A lot of passion. Could be some sort of fast-moving action when it comes to, like, things, you know, coming together. But the build-up, right, is going to be nice, slow, and steady, right? I feel like these are two people. You are two people, yeah. You guys want change, right? You don't want what you had before, okay? This is a situation as well that's going to help shape the rest of your future, okay? It's going to change your life, baby. So for some of you guys, yeah, like I said, there's going to be a lot of communication, a lot of quick movement here in the initial processes, which is fine. But I feel like, you know, you'll slow some things down and just take your time on, you know, the finer details, all right? So, you know, you can be very focused, or both of you can be very focused on your work at the moment, perfecting your skills. You know, again, just making sure that your bases are all covered. Thank you, my beautifuls. I appreciate appreciate you guys so much. Look at me. So you're spoiling me, girls. You're spoiling me. Equal give and take, babies, right? This is a balanced connection. This is somebody that, oh, and look at that, baby. There's your 1111 card right underneath, and over here you got your 10 of Raphael. 122 starting on my screen. Now that's my number for confirmation. So whoever this message is for, you best believe, right, ladies, gentlemen, you know, you might not see this shit coming, but I'm telling you, it's coming. It's coming. Right now, this is definitely going to be something that is actually let's ask, right? Let's ask Spirit, how is this connection, like where or how might the collective actually meet this individual? All right, so let's have a look. Is this going to be organic? Is it going to be online? Is it, you know? Let's have a little look, see, and see if we can get a bit of an indication for those of you guys that, again, are ready, right? Are ready to let somebody in, right? Not everybody is, you know. Some of you guys, you don't even know it. You're going to let somebody in anyway because it's going to catch you by surprise. But for those of you guys who, you know, that's a part of what you're manifesting is a connection and a specific or a particular connection. You know, for those of you guys that have manifested and written down your manifestations, right? And I do advise you guys to actually write a list of the qualities that you are seeking in another individual, okay? And also separate the things that don't matter so much. Maybe like your height requirement, right? If you can drop your height requirement and look, Spirit might have a bit of a joke with you when it comes to that and literally give you everything but that. But look at what isn't actually fundamentally, you know, core value important, and everything else is, you know, be flexible with. Okay, because Spirit is going to bring you a surprise. All right, so let's have a look. How's collective going to meet this person? Is it going to be organic? Are we talking? Okay. Give me a bit more just so I can clarify that, Spirit, please. Yeah, okay, so for some of you guys, yeah, it's going to be in, I feel like it's going to be, again, for a lot of you guys in, like, a work dynamic, or for a lot of you guys within a work dynamic here, 9 of Queens. So, again, like, in a space where you're having some sort of success, right? A physical space where there's success, right? So, I don't know, for some of you guys, it could be, you know, it could be... It could be an event. It could be, well, you're on your way to work, something of that nature, right? But I feel like this is going to be organic, okay? Yeah, I'm not getting that it's going to be like an online situation. I feel like for most of you guys that are calling in this high level, it's organic. Okay, because most of you guys can't be fucked with the whole distance shit. You're on your own. You've done it alone enough. You don't want to have long distance and then continue the journey. Like, that's not what I'm getting, what you're looking for, whoever you are. You're looking for, yeah, I get it. So again, 8 of Queens. Some of you guys are meeting this person through work, at work, or something to do with what you do for work, right? Again, the sun, right? So yeah, I don't know, this could be outdoors as well. So you can meet somebody at an outdoor event, an outdoor work thing. You could work outdoors. This person could work outdoors. Gentlemen, please don't wolf whistle at ladies, right? I know you actual divine masculines. I don't need to say that. And you know what the difference between a divine masculine and the rest of them is that a divine masculine understands things on a deep spiritual level, and the rest are just really good guys, right? So again, be specific. What are you looking for, right? Just a regular old good bloke, right, who is honorable and all of that, or are you looking for an actual divine partnership? A divine partnership is a man who essentially is connected to spirit, right? Is a man who is in touch with his intuition, his psychic abilities, right? And again, deep spiritual wisdom. So if he's not in tune with that, then he's not technically a divine masculine. He's still a good masculine, don't get me wrong, but there's a difference between divine beings, right? Divine beings are beings of spirit, right? Which means they practice spirituality, they have a keen interest in it, they have fundamental understanding of, you know, those deep-seated truths, right? If it's not that, it's not divine. Now, not to say everybody's looking for a divine union. You guys aren't all like high spiritual practicing, you know, feminines either, right? So again, whatever you're looking for, this is your match, 144. But if I am talking to those of you guys who are on a spiritual path, babies, 144, if you know, you know. Okay, this is the person that you are also going to carry out the remainder of your purpose with. Okay, so there's a high significance with this person, and you fulfilling some sort of purpose, and vice versa. All right, so anything else we need to see here for this message? Absolutely. I love that one. Oh, that's beautiful. Mighty is he who has the power to gather wisdom from a flower. That's so beautiful. King of Swords, right? So yeah, this is somebody, you know, when we talk about, this is the Ascension King, right? If you talk about air, right, this is the Ascension King. This is one that ascends. Okay, so again, this is a masculine energy here picking up for you, divine feminine. This is a masculine who is ascending, all right? So somebody that you can rise in love with, baby. Not somebody that you're going to fall with, right? But let me tell you, this is probably a masculine that if he sees you fallen, he's going to catch you before you hit the ground, right? Queen of Swords. I'm telling you, man, that's the Ascension pair, baby, right? King to the Queen of Swords. You could both have some air in your chart here. Two of Cups underneath, right? This is a divine union where, again, two people are elevating spiritually, right? So I love that. For whoever's message that is for, fucking go you, baby, right? Go you. You've called this in. You've worked hard for it. 212. Okay. So again, you could be seeing just a lot of synchronicities at the moment. You could kind of be feeling things, but again, I feel like for some of you guys, it's just going to happen like faster than what you thought. Okay. For those of you guys that have been putting yourselves out there, maybe you've met some people and you know it hasn't quite happened, and then you've gone back to like, you know what, I'm just not gonna worry about it. That's exactly what's going to bring this in. You not thinking about it. So let's get you guys one oracle card over here from our oracle deck. Then we're going to shut out this stream and jump into our mini personals, chat chills, hanging out with the crew, and yeah, see what we can get through for you guys on a personal level. Let's see what challenges you guys are facing at the moment, what we can help you guys with. All right. My mouth's just, I'm just, you know, having to really tell my brain to just not open my mouth right now. OGs, homies, you know, just zip it, Carrie. Just zip it. You guys already know Mama be up there, right, telling me, just, Carrie, don't. But, like, I just want to say, I don't know, do you smell like, just zip it, Carrie, right? Why are you so, why are people so fucking weird and random? Why? We got Usher, yeah, playing in the background, medieval style. Can we just crank that for 1 second before we get this Can we just crank that for 1 second before we get this last card? Hold up, wait a minute. I just love it. Let's pray we don't get like copyright on this shit, right? This is what I mean. Like, you got to be creative, right? Usher's, yeah, medieval style, right? I swear, right? It's just the little things in life that just, you know, make me fucking smile. All right, let's have a look, babies. We got Hermes coming out here. So again, Wells Travel Communication. So yeah, again, time for expanding your experiences. There's movement taking place. Explore new methods of communication. So for some of you guys who are entering into these connections, not only, again, we've got short-lived here. So again, I feel like it's very, very close, right? There's only a short amount of time before this actually enters into your life. Again, this is going to be a challenge for you guys to, again, learn how to openly express yourself, your desires, your wants, your needs. Okay, so again, utilize this connection to put into play all the things that we've talked about, right? This is where, like, it's Collective, in the past, right, when you were scared of losing some shit, but that shit was never real, right? Like when you enter into a connection, essentially, where there's non-disclosure, there's, people hiding who they are, what they want to say, how they feel, right? The truth of themselves. You've technically entered into every connection based on a lie, right? This is the opportunity to change that, okay? And to have that type of connection that, you see in fairy tales, but that's the thing. If humans can think it, imagine it, and express that, even when it comes to movies, right, as art, then it means as humans we are actually possible and capable of reaching those levels of depth, right? So you can actually have your little fairy tale shit unfold here, but you got to be willing to say the uncomfortable shit. You got to be willing to just let your guard down and trust, right? And again, this is going to really test how much do you trust yourself in the decisions and the choices that you're making with who you move forward with, right? And are you going to know? How will I know? You're going to know. You're going to know. There's going to be so many things about you that are not typical or are not like your past patterns, okay? That is how you're going to be able to identify when somebody brings out a side of you that no other human being has. It's very easy to determine, which energies are good for you, which are, like, in a positive manner here, right? 222 on my screen over here. So it's like you're going to know you're on the right path with this individual, okay? Because if there's any questions, if there's anything makes you ick, anything like makes you fucking consent, then it's probably not it. However, some of you guys still probably need to go through some tests, to make sure that you're not falling back into old patterns. So don't be surprised if you have been dating and you've had that experiences lately, right? That's going to be normal. Right? As long as you're cutting off from any energy that isn't supposed to, right? Eventually this is going to come in for you guys, all right? So anyway, whoever's message that is, right? It's a beautiful message, right? Again, you've done a lot of work. Don't let all that work that you've put in be for nothing, right? So again, allow yourself this opportunity to expand and to grow through this connection, okay? It's going to be very, very healing, very expansive, okay? And it's going to also assist you guys when it comes to your purpose, your path, and what you're here to do, all right? So, all right, my beautifuls, love and light, right? We never say up that here. We never say that shit up in here, but I love you guys. Right, if anything, it's the opposite. No, we still have love, but there's a bit of darkness that creeps in, but that's okay. I love you guys. Again, be patient for this. Don't settle. Okay, you don't need to. Whoever you are, you've worked hard for this. And for some of you guys, again, this is energy that's coming up, right? And you guys know where you're at in your timelines. Okay, but all right, my beautifuls. Give me about a couple of minutes. Just need to have some water and refresh, and we'll get into our personal minis. Come at me with your good questions, baby, right? Be intentional. Let's think about what's going to help us, whether it be this week, what's going to help you get through the week, the rest of the week, next week, whatever it is. But let's get intentional with the questions we're going to ask up here in this next stream and get the best out of this session. All right, my beautifuls. Love you guys. I will see you guys in a moment, all right? Mwah.